Cosmopolitan magazine recently published an article with a headline that reads, "7 Women Who Could Be Our First Female President." Among those 7, of course, is not a single conservative or Republican-leaning lady. Instead, Cosmopolitan lists a handful of progressive women who they believe are eminently qualified for the job. But in reality, there's no shortage of right-leaning women also eminently qualified to be President of the United States. We have UN Ambassador Nikki Haley, Utah Congresswoman Mia Love, former Secretary of State Condoleezza Rice, Iowa Senator Joni Ernst, and New Mexico Governor Susana Martinez. Instead of acknowledging these women's many accomplishments, the Young Women's Network of Hearst Digital Media, owners of Cosmopolitan magazine, would rather pretend that right-leaning women don't exist. In fact, it's only the latest assault against Republican and conservative women originating, ironically, inside a women's magazine. Recently, Elle magazine published an article titled, "How Do We Criticize Problematic Women?" referring to right-leaning ladies like Megyn Kelly, Kellyanne Conway, and Ivanka Trump. Not to be confused with feminist icons who overcame stereotypes and sexism to land successful careers, Elle magazine views right-leaning women as problems who need to be fixed. But being problematic isn't so bad. Instead of embracing a culture that's anti-male and obsessed with victimhood, problematic women tend to favor a more traditional approach to women's empowerment, one in which they embrace biology and consider themselves a product of my choices rather than a victim of my circumstances. As someone who self-identifies as a problematic woman, I have a message for these women's magazines who can't help but discriminate against their own kind. Calling us problematic isn't insulting. We'll embrace this new name with pride. Being a problem, after all, is how this whole feminism thing all got started. But pretending that we don't exist, that is insulting, and we're here to very proudly tell you otherwise.